postmortem of politics. When we talk about politics, a lot of different perspectives come into our mind. Everyone has a different idea of what politics is entitled to, how it functions, how it works, etc. etc. Talking literally, politics can be defined as the decision making process among a group in order to ensure growth and development. Sticking to its definition, politics is indulged in almost every sphere of life. On a personal level, a family, an educational institution, a workplace, all of these have politics in them. However, our idea of politics is more based upon the activities carried out by the selected representatives in a democracy and non-elected ones in a monarchy. This means that the idea of politics has more or less been limited to nationalities. In other words, the activities to which a political party or a political leader gets indulged is referred to as politics. Now, politics is not just the bad deeds carried out by the representatives, but it is also the good deeds or the most supreme person which they carry the deeds done in the favor of the nation. However, over time, we have seen so many propagandas which are instigated on their part that whenever we hear the word politics, we start thinking of the negative aspects of it. Due to this propaganda, politics is always associated as something which is very negative in our lives. So, now let us talk about the literal definition of politics, and in terms of it, let's present India in terms of politics, right? So first of all, we are going to talk about the opposition. More than the ruling party, I personally feel that opposition renders too vital the role in the proper administration and governance of the country. Ideally speaking, the opposition works as a strict agent for the ruling party. The opposition ensures to keep a check on the ruling party and their ways of governance. Any unethical activities which is carried out by the ruling party is always governed by the opposition. They always look after the policies which are being made by the ruling party. Likely, the opposition has just turned out to be a greedy dog condemning every decision made by the ruling party just for the greed of power which they wish to have in their hands by hook or by crook. Now, secondly, we are going to talk about the vote bank. Every party wants power to rest in their hands in a democracy, as we all know. People have the power to vote for their representatives. Therefore, the ruling party always stays in a triosphere of being voted out in the succeeding elections, while the opposition tries to tarnish the image of the ruling party to stay in the limelight and good books of the people so that they get elected in the next elections. And this is what is done from past so many years. Ideally, both the ruling party and the opposition must on their end make the most out of their opportunities to ensure the betterment of the people and hence the nation as a whole. But the ruling party lends to keep growing their vote banks by indulging in unethical activities or sticking to providing benefits to the majority instead of taking care of every section of society. On the other hand, the opposition keeps trying to put down the ruling party. For this, they even forget their ethics and lose control over their speech. They therefore end up using unacceptable slang languages to tarnish the image of the ruling party. On a wider view, the idea of political parties was to ensure the development and growth of the country. However, it turned out to be the race for power which portrayed the individualistic approach of our representatives who merely care about the greed being cited. Politics, therefore, as we hear, has lost its meaning and turned into a dirty game, depicting the lust for the power at national level. So therefore, politics can be defined as something which is always accommodated as a negative and is portrayed as negative because everything which is done is not at all for the growth and development. Likewise, it is done for the putting down image of each and every party so that they can be there in the ruling party itself. Thank you.